All right. What's up, YouTube? This is a podcast, Ninja What? With my co-host, DrVaash, the one and only.
Ninja what? I'm just like, DrVaash here. Thank you guys for stopping by the podcast. You can always come to my channel if you're into Yu-Gi-Oh! Or single-player games. We have Jedi Fallen Order coming out sometime in the next 9 days. So if you want to come by for some videos for that, I'm your man.
And then the champion himself, the three-time repeater, the might as well have been on the podcast as an actual member. Mount Fables, give us your little take or big take.
Well, well, sadly, I've been pretty busy these past few days and probably past or future days. But yeah, no, it's me, Mount Fables. Nothing special about me. I'm sure you know who I am since I've been here for 3P. So, but yeah, no, it's just you can check me out at Mount Fables if you're interested on all platforms.
What is all platforms? Is it the same ones?
Yeah, pretty much, honestly. But I would say for the future platforms, it'll probably be the same name.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alrighty. So we can get started. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it. The Mario movie. Which you guys came here to see. Still didn't see the movie.
So I guess I'll start. So the Mario movie is exactly what the Mario movie should have. Oh, wait.
Let me throw the thing up.
Okay.
I'm out of order. Did I bring it up? Yes, I did. Boom. Nintendo. I wanted to bring up the Rotten Tomato scores. There we go. That is an article, son. That is
I'll say he could probably talk while you're kind of doing it in the background.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
So the Mario movie was exactly what the Mario movie should have been. No politics, no nothing. Just have some characters that we like in a good setting that is relatively accurate to the game, and add their nice little own spin to like the character. So there's a reason for me to show up and have it accurate, so it feels like I'm actually watching the game. It hit all those boxes. And the success story of this Mario movie should really put in perspective other studios such as Disney, which just, we don't need a message every time. Sometimes we just need something that's good. And this movie is just good.
Well, yeah, I agree 1,000%. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I would say that's probably the movie's strong suit. That there was no underlying message that would apply to modern day society in any way. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I would say it was good. It was, a kid's movie as was advertised. I mean, yeah, I would say when I sat down and watched it, I enjoyed it for the most part. I guess one thing is when I saw the trailer, I guess I was slightly skeptical because of some changes that they made, but I mean, I would say those changes were okay. I mean, it played out well.
The parts that they did change for the movie definitely worked towards the movie favor. Like it is definitely, I can see why you would do like this creative choice type of deal for this movie. Just so, just to make the movie more of a fun watch.
Apparently, they did pretty decent. So 59% on critics and 96% for the audience. So the kids enjoyed it.
I mean, I will say. You see, okay, so I mean, I don't know. I guess are you done talking about the good part?
I can also include some more good information. So this movie is on its way to make $1 billion, and Illumination is essentially the next Disney, because they've been just printing banger after banger with the Minion movie, with the bad guys, with this movie. Like they are literally and Disney, like they're pretty much their only competitor at this point in time, has had nothing but flops. And this movie just shows exactly what everyone wants. Just like the Sonic movie, where the Sonic movie made pretty much almost $1 billion too. It's just great. This exactly what we want from our video game movies, where it's something different enough characters we enjoy in a situation that we are familiar with, but different enough to make me want to go out and watch it. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Is like the great things about the movie.
Well, I
was
was.
Sonic though. No, I was like,
I mean,
sorry.
I said, is it better than Sonic though?
I would say because Sonic is a live action movie, I wouldn't say it's one for one comparable, but I would say I enjoyed the Mario movie probably just as much as I enjoyed the first Sonic movie for separate reasons.
Yeah.
But what about the second one? No, I was like,
The second Sonic movie was just as good as the first one.
I actually didn't see the second one.
I mean,
I thought you did.
Yeah, sadly, I didn't.
The second one was slapping. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, the second one was good, and it's exactly what you will come here for a Sonic movie where Eggman's back and he gets he gets the power that was introduced to the movie. Sonic has to unlock a new power, Super Sonic, everything. Great movie all around. Exactly what I came in there for, just for a fun Sonic movie.
I can hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I actually do want to talk about that later with the whole trend of game movies, because I think that would kind of dive into a topic in itself. But real quick, I do want to get away with the criticisms. I don't really have much, but I will say there was one scene I kind of didn't like towards the end.
Spoiler warning here.
Oh yeah, spoilers.
You haven't seen it by now. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it's relatively new still, so I would.
It's a week old, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I mean it's not that bad.
All right, what was the spoiler?
I ain't put the spoilers in the last one, so.
Okay, so one more time, spoiler, but yeah, okay, so like towards the end, right? I mean, I'm sure you remember Vosh, when Mario is kind of fighting Bowser, and so it was kind of like right after when the bullet kind of hit the pipe, and then like the whole Mario world got sucked into the real world, and I think it's kind of a problem in itself, but I guess to move on, okay, so like when Bowser was fighting Mario, what happened was like there was kind of I guess swinging on each other, and like the star was like at a position on the ground, so Mario ran towards the star. And then Bowser jumped right in front of him. So, okay, we established that Bowser can jump very high and, far and wide. And he stopped Mario, he picked him up, and then he like punched him really far away. Because, and you would assume that they're fighting for the star, right? So after he picked him up and punched him far away, he should have just turned around and grabbed the star. Because the whole point of the star is that it makes you invincible. But what Bowser did instead is he walked towards Mario just to breathe fire on him.
Well,
or just I guess.
I think like Bowser was saving it just for a flex. I don't think his intention was to use it.
Yeah,
like it's in the movie, it's shown to be a temporary power up because the downside to all the power ups when they take damage. They lost it, so the invincibility one wasn't permanent. So and Bowser already was pretty much the strongest person around in that movie, without a doubt. Like even without the invincibility star, he pretty much could have walked up to Princess Peach's castle and took her if he wanted to. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted to try to show her, look how strong I am. Look at what I can do. So I think that him not using it was kind of him just doing what he did for like the entire movie, where he just wanted it as a trophy type of thing. He didn't want to actually use it.
I might agree with you. Yeah, okay, look, okay, cool.
But nah.
I'm starting to hate this trend of this character didn't do this while fighting another character because they were trying to flex on them, or they was trying to show the strength.
In that movie, Bowser was shown to be not the smartest person in the world, a little bit delusional, and on top of all of that, he knew how strong he was compared to everyone else. So he definitely did not need the invincibility star. the entire movie.
I mean, I agree, but then at that
In fact, he
logic,
was
then
beating Mario and Luigi, both of them down in that final confrontation. Why would he think that he needs the invincibility star? Like, oh,
well,
I'm beating them down. Let me grab the invincibility star as a
isn't Bowser
temporary
smart,
power up just to beat them down even
yeah, I would
harder.
say he ain't that stupid. Come on now.
He was stupid.
He was smart enough to build up an army and destroy things. He was starting to gather up weapons and destroy
If he
the
was
kingdom.
really smart, his entire army would have been dry bones instead of Koopas.
They probably wasn't introduced yet in this movie.
No, they were. In the movie.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Oh.
He in fact turned one of his Koopas into dry bones in the movie.
Oh well, you can see how much I watched it.
but another thing too, like okay, yeah, I agree that he didn't necessarily need the star to beat Mario, but okay, so then when he picked them up, and look, don't get me wrong, I know this is a kids movie, but when he picked them up to punch him, well, why didn't he just snap his neck?
Dang.
That would have ended the story right there.
Because it's a kids movie, dang, bro.
Yeah, it's a kids movie. He got to punch him far away instead of winning.
Kids movie, man. Kids movie. You can't just be snapping people necks in a kids movie.
What? Donkey could have snapped Mario's neck in the competition if it was Mortal Kombat, but it wasn't.
Yeah, he could have did what Donkey Kong did. He could have just held him down and hit him a bunch of times so he got knocked out and was weak and couldn't do anything.
I forgot Donkey Kong was in the movie, so they was working together or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So they had the little Donkey Kong Kingdom. Essentially, it was like a Smash Bros. Kingdom Hearts type of thing, where like you can take pipes to other worlds. Pretty much Kingdom Hearts.
You just say Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Kingdom Hearts, they're separated by worlds, and you have to take the gummy ship to get to another world. In this universe, you took pipes to different kingdoms.
Oh, I guess.
And they're like in their own separate little kingdom, their own separate little area.
Oh, so you saying like the Donkey Kong related people were in their own.
They had Diddy. The king was Cranky Kong.
Okay, I see.
I was like, please let the king be cranky. Please let the king be cranky. And it was Cranky Kong.
That's good. At least they somewhat accurate, I guess, right? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I mean, he's not a king, but like out of all the Donkey Kong characters, he was the one who deserved to be king.
I see. Okay. So how do you like? Well, first Mount Fables, did you finish roasting the movie yet?
Well, I think what the main thing with the movie is, as I said, it was mostly enjoyable. I probably would have made some changes here and there with certain scenes because the only problem is like certain scenes kind of make it to where kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's like it could have been written better to make it make more sense. Like the movie was okay, like the foundation was okay, but like certain scenes were kind of odd, where it's like it might have played out a different way if things didn't conveniently happen. So I probably would have just wrote certain scenes differently. Like another scene was like after Bowser got beaten up, like it just cut to I guess the Mario world just back in its original place, and I'm like, well, what?
At the end of the movie, when the giant bullet bill exploded out in the world between worlds, and the Mushroom Kingdom merged with Manhattan for a little bit, they never really resolved that issue. It just kind of happened, and nothing else was brought up. Not even like everything returned back to normal, or now we live with the mushroom with the toads. No, it's just. We're in the Mushroom Kingdom now.
You saying that New York merged with the Mario universe?
I can't tell you because they didn't really. It kind of happened, but at the same time, it kind of didn't.
That reminds me of the what's the Mario game that's on Switch? Odyssey.
No, Odyssey. Yeah, sort of like Odyssey. Well, like they had Manhattan there, like Odyssey. Essentially, they had the mayor of Pauline from Odyssey as the mayor of Manhattan.
Yeah, because that's how it was. Wasn't Odyssey in New York or Manhattan or whatever?
They had the city was based around Manhattan, but it actually, I don't think it was Manhattan. I forget the actual name of it, but it wasn't just straight Manhattan.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I never played the game either, so
the city, I forget the name of it. It was like New Donk City. That was called, and
Oh, I see. Okay.
it it was. I mean, New Donk City, New York City, but like it.
I
The
get you.
end of the movie definitely left it on the what now, and they didn't answer the what now. They hit
Yeah,
that 90-minute mark. They didn't
That's
give us
for
10 extra minutes for that.
that's for part 2.
they're probably gonna do a part 2.
Well, part 2, they showed like a little thing of like actually having the Yoshi that we know and love,
Mhm.
but like there's a lot of unanswered questions in the movie, and I don't think the movie was trying to cause. It wasn't a theorist movie, but they definitely left some things up in the air that definitely would not fly for most movies.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. Well, it's a movie, so that's the crutch that is on, right?
Yeah, it's
But
a-
yeah, I hate to say it. Yeah, that's the justification. I mean, I guess real quick, 2 more scenes that I kind of thought about.
Damn, this man
See,
pulled that too.
well, I was about to say, see, like really, most of these problems, as I said, just could have been written slightly differently, and it would have been, ignored. But like the scene where like Mario and Donkey Kong got like, I guess I don't want to say eaten, but they got digest. They went into like the little sea monster stomach, kind of like I guess like a Pinocchio thing. But like what happened was well, first off, the monster was underwater, so if they're just chilling in his stomach underwater, I mean, I'm sure they probably run out of oxygen by now. And another thing too, like the scene where like they both use the rocket to kind of like blast out of the monster's mouth, and they use the rocket to fly all the way to the kingdom. And I'm like, well, that's interesting. It didn't run out of fuel, but I mean, okay,
those are stretch gripes though. Like the Manhattan one, that
nah,
one was kind of big.
really?
I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
don't know.
not explaining what the heck happened at the end of the movie. Like, okay, we have a massive consequence, and there's nothing happened from it. A massive consequence from the battle, and not a word was said. That's like a character dropping, and they're just like, "Oh no," and then carry on with their life.
Well, no, that was the point though. Like if the rocket, I mean, it actually kind of would change the plot, because if the rocket didn't reach all the way over there, then it probably would drop prematurely, meaning they would have to walk the rest of the way.
That the blue-shelled Koopa destroyed Rainbow Road and their ship, and they fell into the water.
What?
I mean, like, come on, that's a stretch right there. They could have just I guess the joke
you said
was
a
you can't
blue?
dodge the blue shell,
Oh,
and they could not dodge the blue shell.
Well, to be fair, it was actually a guy though. Like it wasn't like just a blue shell. It was actually a guy who flew.
A guy who committed seppuku to kamikaze himself into the into a blue shell.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. They showed that in a kids movie. Say no.
Hey man, they have to pay respect to the blue shell. They ran themselves into a corner with the blue shell. Okay.
They probably thought they could have the range to do that, because I mean, kids play Mario Kart, so I mean,
yeah, there was a huge Mario Kart scene, and you can't have a Mario Kart scene unless you have the blue shell. That ruins fun.
Oh yeah. I kind of knew it was going to be there. Yeah,
the writers wrote themselves into a corner because the blue shell cannot miss unless you have a booster, do an air trick, or have a alarm, the speaker to negate it.
Yeah, I was going to say
they didn't have any of those things on them at the moment.
So they had a race. So did they lost or something? What's going on?
I
it wasn't really a race.
Too deep into the movie, just in case someone hasn't seen it. But essentially, to get to point A to point B, they had to Mario Kart, and Bowser intercepted them.
Yeah, I mean, they basically just wanted to insert it in there. But yeah, I mean, they said, "Oh, point A to point B."
Point A to point B. That's crazy, bruh. Well, for people who haven't seen the movie, what would y'all rate the movie? We can go by Rotten Tomato scores. Like, what was your Rotten Tomato score if you had to come up with the score, or you just do like out of 10 or something? However you feel like doing it.
So I think I'll go first on this. I think the critics are on some mad copium giving this movie a 43%. Like, I don't know why we're making this into a political thing. It's just a movie trying to have fun. If I was like a critic, and my entire life was seeing movies, and I had to put movies up on the Oscars and rate them, this would be a 70%.
They gave it a 59. The critics gave it 59.
Okay, sorry, 59. I would give this a 70% if I was a critic getting paid for this and had to write papers on this. But as a fan of just video games and wanting to see good video game movies, and if I had a family and wanted to see this would easily be a 90%.
They got 96 from the audience. So
90. I wouldn't give this give it a perfect 100 now, but it's a solid 90. Like I would definitely watch it again if it comes on FX or if this was on a streaming service, I would rewatch it.
Okay, so it's a good kid movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, I would say the same too. I mean, that's basically the impression I got, especially since it was all animated. But yeah, no, I mean, me personally, if you were to ask me if I enjoyed the movie, well, give a score based off my enjoyment on the movie, I'd say probably 6 out of 10. I mean, it was a pretty good movie. I mean, it was mostly enjoyable for the most part. Some things could have been written slightly better, but I mean, for the most part, as I said, it's a kids' movie. Gotta hammer that excuse. And
that's crazy. You give it a 6 out of 10 because so Vash gave it a 90. So we could just reduce that down to a 9 out of 10, which is like the audience score, and then your score is a 6 out of 10, which is like the critic score. So,
so we have the critic and a fan here. Okay,
exactly. Perfect harmony, right? No, but since we're talking,
I mean, it's based on personal preference and just like I will say. Mainly the reason I give it that score is because it kind of falls into that category where sometimes you kind of see the joke coming. There were some jokes that I did think were kind of funny. I remember it was one where Mario just got into the world and he met the one guy. I thought it was real convenient. He actually met the mushroom guy, Toad.
Captain Toad, okay?
Wow.
well, Mushroom Man, how about that? But but I mean, the joke where Mario's like, "Oh, is this a dream world?" And then Captain Toad, he hit him in the arm. It's like, "Did you feel that?" that was actually kind of funny.
Never. I feel like they used that joke before or something. Like some
Mario joking everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was I supposed to say? Oh, so Illumination also made the Pokemon movie, right?
Did they make Professor Detective Pikachu?
Professor Pikachu.
All right, wrong game. Okay.
Let me look that up. He said, because I'm trying to see because if they made it, then the next thing I'm gonna ask is, so eventually, if they keep making movies based off of Nintendo related games, do you think they're gonna make a Smash Bros type of movie?
I was just about to get into that too. Yeah, the NCU, as the coin turned I came up with after seeing this movie. Yes, but I mean, I would say so for the most part. I think what's going to happen now. I'm not sure what future Nintendo movies are going to come out with, but I think right now they got Sonic and Mario and Pikachu. I guess they might try to do a crossover with Sonic and Mario. I would say.
Yeah, that's the next thing in line, probably, other than part 2.
Yeah,
I think that at this point in time, it's not clear to tell. You can tell, at the end of Iron Man, they had a Avengers initiative at the end. At the end of this movie, they showed a guy staying Yoshi. So I don't think that's what they're currently aiming to do.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying because I know that kind of used to be a thing, especially back in the day, on the internet with the whole Sonic Mario thing.
Yeah.
Mainly with I guess debates of who will win in a fight or something like that. I don't know. I just know that those are kind of the two big mascots of Nintendo.
I see. Did Warner Brothers make no, Illumination made Sonic and Mario.
Yeah.
So Warner Brothers
made Sonic? I don't think they made Sonic.
Oh, they didn't?
Actually, I thought I looked it up and saw that they did. Either way, Warner Brothers made Pikachu, the Detective Pikachu movie. Let me see what's. You said, "Oh." Let's see something.
But yeah, no, I definitely think
Paramount made the Sonic movies.
Oh, Paramount.
Okay. Yeah, I think that one's
There's no
right.
correlation at all in any of these movies.
Yeah.
They just, I think that it's because they're all under the umbrella of Nintendo. I think Nintendo's just taking the credit, and they have whoever just make the movies probably.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, the NCU is coming out soon. I think really what it is going to be like the Nintendo's version of Avengers is probably going to be Super Smash Bros. Like you said.
I don't think that they're going to do that. Nintendo aren't known for being trailblazers in anything besides creating their niche video games that people will kill other people for.
Well, I mean,
I say money talks though.
Money do talk.
I mean, Nintendo don't care about money. Have you seen Nintendo? One of their top-selling games of all time was the triple. What was it? It was the 3 Mario games, 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy, and they only had that game released for 6 months, and that's in like their top 10 best-selling games, and that game still hasn't came out yet, or hasn't like. Nintendo don't care about money. They care about, keeping their fanboys like in line.
Crazy.
But wouldn't that help them get the money though?
Keeping them in line, yes. But like at the same time, they don't overproduce things. They don't do things in excess. They're not like I don't know how to describe them accurately off the top of my head.
I think I know what you mean. Yeah, like they don't just do it for money. Like it's not like just like greed.
They have honor. They have glory. They make sure all their crosses are all their T's are crossed. Like they are not the people like, oh yeah, cool, we succeed at one thing. Let's create 30 billion of this. Like the Pokemon games, they create one every 4 years, and they don't care. And I guess that's a Game Freak thing. This is not Nintendo, so I guess
yeah. Because I was gonna say. On here it says their top selling game, $52 million by sold copies, is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh wow!
Yeah, they still haven't made Mario Kart 9. They just slapped some more levels on that boy and called it a day.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with them having to make a 9 because there's no reason.
No, Mario Kart 8 came out on the Wii U.
Oh, I can agree with that, I guess. But I mean, I don't know. Animal Crossing New Horizon is in second place with 41.59 million. It's like almost 10 million less. And then under that, 10 million less is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's like 30.44 million.
Nintendo.
Them kids really like that Mario Kart.
I'll money in Smash Bros. They would have 10 additional skins per character for like $10 a piece, and people would be dropping thousands of dollars on that game.
Yeah.
Probably will, yeah. I was about to say too. I forgot the point I was about to say. Get old. No, I was playing. But no, I mean I can see them doing like a. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So the reason why I think I can see them doing, like doing something that the fans kind of want, is kind of like how Pokemon Unite was. For years, people were saying, "Oh, y'all just made a MOBA with all the Pokemon in it. That game would sell." And that's exactly what they did. They made a MOBA, easy to play, and they just put Pokemon there. And they were saying you can have Pokemon come out every 3 months because you have 750 of them, so you would never have like no content to put out.
Dude, if they wanted to, they could have a Pokemon MMO, and I would still drop $120 on the first day if they dropped a Pokemon MMO.
Bruh. Well,
and people have been asking for an MMO for years. And Game Freak and Nintendo don't be doing nothing with their IPs. Metroid,
well, the ball's in their court, so I mean they put out whatever they want to put out. To be honest,
I know but like Nintendo aren't like they don't capitalize on all their property. That's the main point of this. They don't capitalize on their properties. They're a drip feeding company, so they drip feed things to you slowly over time. That's their motto. They don't release everything at once. When the Wii first came out, like they didn't produce enough of them on purpose. When the this Mario game released it for six months, they drip feed stuff to their fans, and they are so annoying with it.
I'll have to allegedly let's put that on there. I would have to. Nintendo, don't come for us. I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, listen to us. We're afraid of Nintendo. You probably won't be able to show nothing Nintendo related. I will never stream any Pokemon games or any Nintendo games because if they look at you the wrong way, they say I don't like Nuzlocke no more, and then all of a sudden 30,000 channels get hit with 30,000 copyright strikes. Oh, you're playing Pokemon that's Pokemon Reborn. You're playing a ROM hack. Your whole video is mine, brother. Oh, you did a review of the new Breath of the Wild game, and you aren't with Nintendo, not a Nintendo partner, is over.
That's crazy. I would like to do a Nuzlocke on the channel. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, I would too, but it's just I'm afraid of Nintendo. The only thing that I've seen that they not go after is Smash Bros. Stuff. I don't know why. They go after the tournament scene like crazy. As long as you're not running a tournament for Smash Bros, you're good.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe because maybe it's like some legal thing where they really can't because all the different IPs they have in it.
Mortal Kombat developers, NetherRealms, they be dropping money. They be holding tournaments themselves, like actual good tournaments. Yeah. Street Fighter, Capcom be throwing money in good tournaments, and then Nintendo, they are so thirsty for a tournament scene. The fans will put in money for tournaments. Then Nintendo will come to that tournament. The greatest story of all time on just putting down Nintendo's personality with their IPs is during COVID, they tried to hold a Melee online tournament on a modded Melee, Super Smash Bros. Melee, so that they had rollback netcode. And Nintendo did a cease and desist on that tournament because, quote unquote, from their lawyers, it is not an in-person tournament, and they're not playing it on Nintendo licensed hard drive games.
I mean, they ain't wrong though.
They said that during COVID, if they wanted to hold this tournament, they would have to hold it in person.
Oh my god!
Hey,
I ain't ever heard of this garbage before, and that's Nintendo. This is why I don't deal with Nintendo stuff.
Hey, you gonna mod their games? They want you to know they ain't meant to be modded. You know what I'm saying?
But to be fair, I mean, there's a lot of games that get modded. Like, bruh, Minecraft. The amount of free mods that people made for that game is crazy, and it's like at that point that they actually started to embrace it. Like they actually changed something in their gaming code to where it actually made it easier for modders to actually mod the game because
game like Skyrim literally has been alive for almost 20 years now because of the modding community, and Nintendo has gone out of their way to Thanos snap any Pokemon game. You made a fan-made Pokemon game. They're not on it like how they used to be now. But the moment it hits the popularity like how it did like 5 years ago, they're going to come after it again and just start throwing people in jail. In fact, this is a side story. This is like a news story. But one of the people that they caught who modded the Switch, his name is Bowser. That's his last name. They put him in jail and everything, and he just got released from jail he owes Nintendo $14 million, and for the rest of his life, he has to pay Nintendo 30 to 40% of his paycheck. They were coming after his paycheck while he was in jail when he was working for cents on the dollar because you can work at like the cafeteria or something. Yeah, they were taking $25 out of my man's paycheck while he was in jail. Like,
that's crazy.
Nintendo do not play, and I do not want to associate myself with them.
Yeah, it sounds like I don't either. Honestly,
hey, they gonna charge that poor man $14 million. That's crazy.
He was modding Switches and selling them though. Like he did cross the line, but like Nintendo. Essentially, he's their indentured servant for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
What made it so modded? What did he put in it?
It was like jailbreaking it so that people can get games and stuff, and then they were selling it online. So like, it was the worst. They were jailbreaking consoles and then selling it. So they got him. It was. I would say Nintendo don't always get the right person, but in this case, they got the right person.
Yeah, crazy. But yeah, I mean, hopefully they Get all the companies that they made movies for all together and make Smash Bros. Movie. I think that would be kind of cool. But you say it might not happen. I mean, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, no, they love their IPs more than they love their fans.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it. But speaking of universes, we had that transition going. You like what I'm saying? Because we're talking about. You see the title. Marvel Studios is releasing the teaser trailer. This was actually a week old or so, but we're talking about it now because we can.
That's not.
So, the Marvels. have y'all seen the trailer for it? Per se?
Yeah, I saw it. We can see it again though.
Yeah, might as well put it up here.
Oh, can I tell you what DC did to me? What Warner Brothers
What?
did to me? Or maybe that was somebody. That was the person's child. Either way, I got a strike for showing the Blue Beetle trailer.
Okay.
Really?
Well, maybe we shouldn't show the trailer then. Maybe we should.
Nah,
just-
F them, bro. The strike don't matter anyways, bro.
I mean,
I'm not
you
even
can only
monetized.
get like 3 strikes.
Not
That's
even
yeah. Well, yeah. I would say that's crazy. They strike people on trailers.
I feel like maybe when I was watching that trailer, when we was watching the trailer, it was from a different YouTube channel, and they just said, "Hey, they use my content," even though we were speaking over the content, which would be technically reacting.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
it'd be
was-
transformative.
We'll
yeah.
just talk over it this time, and if it happens again, then
I just had to go to YouTube and sit them down and be like, "Hey, we reacted to this. Come on now."
Well, another thing too, I would say, do you want to watch it maybe muted or something?
Yeah, we can do that. Oh, let me see. Boom. I think it's because it had the "I Just Want to Rock" song in it, probably.
Yeah.
I remember I told you before we started that I got struck for like 10 seconds of the song. That's probably what got you.
Yeah, probably.
Bro, Nick Fury out in space doing nothing as usual. Haven't seen him for 10 movies.
He would. I guess so.
Oh my God, it's Nick Fury.
Here, we can have a little sound.
I just like make it really well. Yeah.
How did she get her powers again?
No, she been had the powers. Remember? Have you seen WandaVision?
Well, Monica Rambeau, she
I
like
was asking how she
basically-
got her powers.
she basically walked into like a force field,
Yeah.
Wanda's force field, and got powers.
Yeah, but they gonna have her. They gonna have her as Photon. So I thought that was
Why
pretty
not?
cool. Why not?
Oh, I didn't know that was her name. I thought it was just Monica Rambeau. Well, I thought it was just Miss Marvel.
No. Miss.
I mean, Captain Marvel. My bad.
No, Captain Marvel is Captain Marvel.
Well, I would say she was the original Captain Marvel, though.
I guess. I thought she was Photon.
I mean, yeah, Photon isn't a bad name, though. Oh yeah, then I guess it's showing the gimmick right here.
I hope that they explain how their powers are linked, because if one's a mutant, one got their powers from like Wanda, and the other one is just like got her powers from an experiment. Like, I don't understand how all 3 of those are related.
Yeah,
The Marvel.
Well-
The Marvel team.
I mean, yeah, but that's like putting Captain America, the Hulk, and the Winter Soldier. Every time they use their gimmick, they swap places. That makes no sense.
I will say my I guess gamer theory here is I think it might be like the villain of the movie that's probably the cause of why their powers are linked.
I don't even
But-
know any of the like Captain Marvel's villains, so I
Yeah.
couldn't even come with an idea of who it would be.
That's the only rationale I came up with. Other than that, it's kind of
All right. So we hold on.
But
You guys.
as I said, it's just my girl Captain Marvel, the base Captain Marvel, got her powers from the space stone exploding in her face. So
really.
Oh.
I thought it was just like the engine, like the jet.
well,
engine.
the engine had the space stone in it for some reason.
Or was it like Space Stone
It was
energy?
powered by it. It wasn't in there, but it was like power. It got the charge. It was like a battery.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here, let me. So here, this is what I mean. So she's technically Photon, as you can see, which is
Well, yeah, I would say I guess they pretty much just repurposed their character.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna call her Photon in the movie, probably. I mean,
Maybe she does look like her at least. So
no,
Yeah.
it's canon. She's Photon.
I would have said Miss Marvel too, but
Miss Marvel too.
if,
Yeah,
I don't know the movie. The premise already, the fact that they swap places. When I'm sure that all three of their powers, they can try to stretch it and say that their powers are related, but like Kamala alone just kind of defeats that entire thing. Like, what? The only way you can explain that is she's like a battery for power and she gathers cosmic energy or something. That's like her mutant power or something. But
Yeah.
that even then, I didn't see Miss Marvel. But I do know that, or I did not. I do know that her powers are related to her being a mutant. Like I stay up to date on Marvel stuff, but it's just this is a stretch.
I wouldn't say.
Yeah, this really is a kind of a stretch because I'm like
Are they
the
trying
only
to say that they're linked? Is that what they're trying to say?
Yeah, that's the only way how their powers could be transporting like that if they're somehow linked. If not,
Right.
then it's going
Were
to
they
be
transported?
yeah.
they're like teleporting in place in their place.
Their gimmick in the trailer is every time they use their powers, they swap places with each other. That's like the whole premise of the movie, which is why Captain Marvel was in Mrs. Marvel's room, like where the heck am I? And why in the combat scene you saw Kamala swap places with the black girl.
Bro.
I don't know her name. Sorry, Photon. Swap places with Photon. And so, like when Mrs. Marvel did her power, she swapped places, dodged the attack, and Photon came and blasted him in the face.
Bro. All I'm saying is I'm excited because then they can be adding Blue Marvel to the cinematic universe, and they make a team called the Marvels itself. So
Blue Marvel.
Blue Marvel is the black guy.
I thought so. Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't there a black guy that had powers?
And they make the Marvel team essentially.
But it's like the news on the movie is like the movie was supposed to come out. They pushed this movie back for like 4 times, and so this movie has been pushed back 4 times, and they said that the test audiences did not like this movie at all.
Wait, did they show Blue Marvel in King Dynasty?
I'm not sure. I don't really think so. It's probably more of a stretch. And on top of that, since he's probably going to, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything right now, but let's just stay on the Captain Marvel talk. Don't
worry, it's gonna flow. It's gonna flow into it.
The fact that this movie had to be reshot a bunch of times, and they just keep pouring money into it, and hopefully they have the CG looking better than the previous Marvel movies. I just don't think that this movie has a lot of good things about it at this moment. I feel like they're just trying to collect whatever money at this point, and since Ant-Man and the Wasp was a flop, I think if this movie doesn't do good, Marvel might be in some hot water.
I kind of like how the movie looks, to be honest. Well, not look, but it seems like it's pretty interesting. I think I'm gonna enjoy the movie. That's what I think, at least.
I hope. I mean, I don't. Even though I'm not a big fan of like the direction Marvel is going at this moment, I don't hope that it disappears. Like I do appreciate what it at least was, and there was a few good movies in these last couple of movies. Like I enjoyed Shang-Chi before the demon took his dad. I enjoyed what other movie did I enjoy? Give me 1 second.
You got to think about it.
That's crazy.
Wait. What other movies came out in Phase 4/5?
I liked Love and Thunder.
Love and Thunder, I thought was a pretty enjoyable movie. I just think that they underplayed the stakes and they had it like a funny movie for no reason. Like these kids just got kidnapped. Why are we joking about Thor being unable to use the Bible?
We got Love and Thunder #1 hater at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead and say it,
which is a badge of honor because that movie is trash. I'm sorry.
Definitely supposed to be a more serious movie, and it's just like I feel like the jokes just cut into it too much. It could.
Well, I
have
mean, it
been
wasn't
better.
even just the jokes, honestly. There was a lot of mechanical stuff that was kind of wrong
Well,
with it
I
too.
think the main issue with me with the Love and Thunder is just the tone of the movie. Like we have her dying from cancer, and she literally says a joke 2 seconds later. Like she literally is on chemotherapy, and then we get a joke, and then like,
Yeah,
am I
I
supposed to
thought
laugh
she
at
was more
this?
serious in the comics. That's all I was gonna say. Sorry for
Or
cutting you off.
like, who else? Like there was just a bunch of scenes like that. Like these kids are kidnapped. Why are we joking? He literally just came through, killed a whole bunch of Asgardians, and stole your kids. And we're joking right now about like the snap joke right now. Like, well, they had an ice cream shop based around the snap.
Oh
Like,
my
who
god,
cares?
dog! Honestly, that was a missed opportunity in itself. Like they could have had it instead of like Thanos' gauntlet. It could have been Iron Man's gauntlet, like with the Infinity Stones in it, and it would actually be a tribute to his death. But nope, had the joke in there.
Yeah, it's a joke. That movie is serious moments combined with jokes for absolutely no reason, and it's just I enjoyed moments of it. I did not enjoy certain moments of it, but other than Shang-Chi, I don't really like the rest of the movies. The Eternals was a snooze fest,
Whoa! I actually like the Eternals movie.
dude.
Yeah,
I don't
Eternal.
know what.
I ain't gonna say it's a
Eternals was just
snooze fest. It was just like
I could
it
get
was,
that it wasn't the best.
The movie was almost 3 hours long.
Yeah, I mean, I think it told the story as good as it can in 3 hours.
What I'm saying is, why are we having standard Marvel movies 3 hours long? Like 3 hours long is what I'm going to
Most
sit
Marvel movies are
for
3 hours long.
Endgame for. 3 hours is an Avengers level threat. Like,
oh yeah. No, actually, I know that was kind of a joke, but that's actually kind of true.
and you tell,
I mean,
and
I
then
guess.
on top of that, at the end of the movie, when Icarus killed himself, I was just like, bro, come on.
Thank you. Like, bro, that's
there,
the
like, all
problem.
right, here's the moment where we sit and we learn from our mistakes and we grow to become a better person and a stronger hero. Oh no, he's flying to the sun, killing himself.
Oh, because we had
became
to
a
add the
better-
reference in there. You get it? Greek mythology? Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Or what was it? Gilgamesh getting nerfed? Did he die?
Oh yeah, he died. Yeah, he died.
Oh, he
it was
died.
like,
Yeah, my favorite character in the whole movie. I'm like, oh, bro, Gilgamesh is the only person who's ride or die out of this whole crew, and he gets cooked, snapped his neck. Like, okay, come on, Gilgamesh now. And then they had like the
Gilgamesh
B plot being
who? Exactly. Describe how they
what was it? The mutants, the alternatives, the
Oh,
what is it called?
you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
The divergence.
the
Talking about the X-Men movie that came out with that had.
No, I'm talking about the B
Inhumans?
plot of the Eternals.
oh.
The A plot was them trying to prevent the Celestial from being born, and the B plot was that one guy trying to collect the Celestial's power and he was the blank. He was the
Crow. Yeah, you talking about Crow?
he was like the subspecies of him, like the thing that the Eternals were actually fighting.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if this is technically not in the realm of Marvel, but the New Mutants was a pretty good movie too. Well, pretty decent.
That, you know what's funny? That movie, I liked it. Okay, so I will say this: I like the concept behind the movie, and I'm actually kind of trying to implement that concept within my own writing, which is like kind of like superhero scary movie in a way. But yeah, no, that movie was kind of that was kind of bad.
I thought it was a watch. It was pretty good. I thought it was.
It's a spectacle, as I said. They get you with the spectacle mainly. Because I mean, no, don't get me wrong. It was they could have did better, but it was pretty cool. Like, I mean, seeing Magic especially.
Yeah,
I wish like Havoc and Sunspot would have did a little bit more.
A little bit more. I agree. Yeah.
For which movie? Sorry.
The New Mutants. They came out in 2022. The X-Men movie. The last.
You're talking about the Phoenix one.
The last X-Men movie that came out in 2022, which is the New Mutants.
Yeah, with the teenagers.
It's the movie after the Dark Phoenix.
Oh, okay. I did not see that one. I didn't even know that one existed.
Dang, well, it's a pretty good watch if you want to watch it.
I'd say the spectacle is cool. I mean, I hate to say it, I think Magic is probably the one stole the show, really.
I agree. Yeah, they developed her characters really good.
But yeah, no. I mean, I guess real quick with Eternals. I mean, I would say the music was pretty good. I like the music.
The scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, and then my favorite part of the Eternals, this is a side note, was when the deaf girl was doing American Sign Language back in Mesopotamia, and just like I was sitting there like, is she seriously doing sign language in Mesopotamia? Like American Sign Language. By the way, she said to like for time, like time is pointing at a watch on your wrist. Like you have a watch in American Sign Language, and they don't have watches in ancient Mesopotamia.
Man, wow. Like critical of that movie, but I still think it was a pretty decent movie overall, though.
Oh my god, dang! It's like I'm getting flashbacks now. Oh no!
Y'all just be trying to hate on these Marvel movies
about that movie, but
y'all just be trying to hate on a person using sign language in ancient Mesopotamia.
It's great to segue to our next topic. This is great.
Dang, you said segue to the next. Dang, that's my job. Crazy. You just stole the thunder, bro. Have anybody seen the trailer for the Continental? I feel like I just messed it up. The Continental.
Yeah, I saw it.
It didn't really show much about the show though. It's just like it was. We're going to be playing it in the background right now. But it just says in 1970s New York. So like it's in the past. It's before when John Wick was a kid, and I guess it's going to be about the table and how the table works. But that's all I get from it. Is do you guys get any other type of feel from this?
I saw. Oh, did y'all see the Asian guy?
Yes, we saw the inclusivity.
No. That's the guy from John Wick 4.
Oh, talking about Kane.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Kane.
Oh.
I couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, I saw it with the glasses.
Yeah. See.
Well, I mean, it's funny. I remember after I saw John Wick 4 and they kind of had the little ending cutscene, whatever. I was like, oh, well, they're gonna have a John Wick expanded universe, and apparently, I guess they kind of going for it with this show. It came out kind of soon too. Yeah. Well, at least the trailer.
Well, I mean, when the third one made $1 billion, I'm pretty sure they were confident the fourth one's going to make $1 billion too.
And I guess it's a show, so I don't know if it's going to make $1 billion, but this is going to be on a channel.
Hey, can I give a shout out to Peacock? They've been stepping up their game, putting the series getting original.
With Disney dropping the ball, I would say it's pretty easy to hop into it.
Well, yeah, I mean, in general, like Netflix original series and stuff. Like Peacock got his original series going out there, and they're pretty good. Because isn't like the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, isn't that on Peacock as well?
I think so. I didn't even watch it. I'll be honest with you.
I haven't watched it. I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's one of those shows. I mean,
I'll take your word for it.
Same.
It's like I watched it in the background. It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. But I'm just saying they have a lot of good shows on Peacock.
No, I agree. Yeah, they're slowly growing. Yeah,
they're growing, and I'm excited to see this show, see what it entails, what it and all that stuff. It looks interesting.
I mean, I hope they have good action sequences like the movie, but with most TV shows, I expect a downgrade, and it's probably going to be in the action. It's probably going to be very plot heavy, and you can tell that from just the trailers, like 90% ambiance, and like they show some combat.
I would say I felt like it was going to be more action based on the trailer, because I saw them, reloading the guns and shooting the guns and walking.
I'm saying like they're not going to have the same set pieces as John Wick. Like, be like generic.
I mean, they got the budget. Why not?
They might have the budget. I mean,
well, I would say you could technically argue, since it's a show format, they could kind of flesh out the characters a little bit more. So
not John Wick.
But yeah,
John Wick was not fleshed out.
No, I'm saying like they're not going to flesh him out because I'm sure Keanu is not a cheap actor to have on every.
I think they made enough money to where they could put him in the show.
I mean, I don't know, man. Some of these actors be making like $250,000 each show.
Struggling.
I guess, yeah, that's why there's a lot of no names, and they put the Kane guy in the movie. Probably
Yeah.
he probably took the lowest offer. No, I'm saying. Yeah, so I just wanted to get your opinions on that. It looks interesting, so I just figured if y'all saw it or not. So
I mean, I saw it. I mean, it's something. I mean, especially for the people who like action.
yeah, I'll be watching it. But I know we jumping all over the place. We're talking about game. We was talking about movies, which went into games. But
Well, one movie did involve games, so it goes hand in hand.
exactly. So we have information about a Quidditch game for the Harry Potter series.
Honestly,
switch to gaming.
if whoever thought to separate the Quidditch game and probably make it into a Rocket League, that person needs a raise.
For one, I don't know why they separated this in particular, unless it's gonna be free to play or something. I don't know why they separated this from the actual game itself. What was the point?
I think it's going to be like a multiplayer game. Like it's going to be like Rocket League type of thing. It's probably might be 4v4.
Bro, why not make it? What I'm trying to say?
Trying to say why it wasn't in.
Why was it in just Hogwarts, the little video game, like
Hogwarts Legacy? Because it probably was initially going to be in there. They probably were like, bro, we made this a little bit too fleshed out. We can make some money on this. And Hogwarts Legacy, according to reports, did 250% better than their planned than their planned sales of the game. So with those numbers, I could imagine Quidditch, if they just sell that boy for like $20-$30, like it might make some mad bank.
I mean,
honestly, they probably could have did it like well, I mean, I guess I can see what you mean, like kind of make a little extra money, but they could have just did like Fortnite
or Gwent. That's what my brain goes to, like having a game that you make into its own like genre type of thing, where like Gwent was so fleshed out in The Witcher that they made into an actual card game.
See, here's my thing, because you don't do Quidditch in the Hogwarts Legacy, do you? Right?
No, they said that it was canceled this year. That is more reason.
That's crazy. Because I was about to say, not only did they make a whole new game for just that, they downgraded the graphics. So the graphics look cartoonish versus.
Well, I mean, that's that. I think what they did is they just used the same engine, and they did the Fallout treatment where they just Fallout 76 treatment. They took the Fallout 4 engine, and they already had the game already down, and they just ran with that for the multiplayer one. Probably why they see the graphical downgrade and everything too.
I guess I just feel like they could have just had it in Legacy, had it free or something, like an update, or even if they had you like pay $10 to get it as DLC or something. I don't see the need to make a whole new game just because.
I'm saying they probably just did it. I mean, I think that's a super smart move. Just for money, just like business wise, because the game sold unprecedentedly well. So if you're looking at like just something that you can monetize for a long period of time, that you're definitely going to have a lot of people going to, is a really smart move.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I would say I agree with both of you guys' opinion. Like, I do kind of feel like it could have just been in the game, kind of like how Fortnite has saved the world and the Battle Royale. But at the same time, I agree with you because, they could make more money off that.
Yeah, I see it on both sides. It's just, they could have just put it in the game.
Yeah, I'm not a Harry Potter fan either, so I wouldn't say that it affects me much.
It don't affect
me. I'll be the first to admit it. I might be capping. If you're a Harry Potter fan and the only reason why you will ever play a Harry Potter game is for Quidditch, I'm sorry for you. Actually, I wouldn't even say I'm sorry for you. It's your lucky day because you don't even have to play Hogwarts Legacy.
I was gonna say too. Also heard that they're making a reboot series for Harry Potter.
Yeah,
really?
HBO.
Yeah, they're going to reboot the whole thing. And
oh my god!
On top of that, it's also ran by J.K. Rowling as well.
I don't want to say too much. You brought her name up. I wasn't going to say it. I'm just going to leave it at this: that it is a smart move striking when the iron is hot, but however, at the same time, keeping classics a classic is something that Disney doesn't know how to do, and I wouldn't put behind Paramount? Who was the WB? Universal. I wouldn't put it behind Universal to try to pull a little Disney every now and then. But
no, I kind of agree with that for the most part. I mean, the movies aren't really that old. I mean, she don't really have to do a remake. I mean, she could have just added more movies, kind of like how they're doing with John Wick or how she did.
They
with,
did add more movies. They all
flopped.
They all flopped.
It was what was those movies called? I can't even remember.
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, Fantastic Beasts.
Those flopped. I thought people liked those.
I mean, the latest one was so bad. Like the first one, I think did good. The second one, like almost broke. Like it was slightly profitable. And the last one was one of the biggest flops of all time.
Crazy. You know, it's funny. There's this guy on YouTube I watch. His name was like Cosmonaut Variety Hour, because I guess he's a fan of the whole Harry Potter thing. Because I mean, me personally, I'm not really, even though it seems like it's cool. But I watched his review. He pretty much outlined why those I guess prequel movies are kind of bad. Like the whole Fantastic Beasts and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I just thought people actually like those movies. I don't know.
I mean, they probably like it because it's under the franchise, maybe.
Okay. Oh, this is all for the trailer? Man. They know how they, just like the Nintendo people, the Harry Potter fans, bro. Y'all just like Nintendo. I ain't gonna cap. All they said was...
Don't say nothing about them Harry Potter fans. In fact, talking about Harry Potter for too much might get us canceled, so...
That's crazy. Yeah. All I gotta say is this. So supposedly people say watch the series because of J.K. Rowling. I don't know how many people are actually going to watch the series. I don't know what made HBO go a controversial route and help make a series with a controversial person. But we'll see. We'll see what the numbers do. People will try to have people not play Hogwarts Legacies. Like people trying to shun you for playing it. Certain people.
Yeah.
Even though J.K. Rowling wasn't really a part of the game, but I mean.
All I know is she swimming in cash, boy. Then made one franchise, and it's like, dang, she just set for life.
Yeah, all she gotta do is just post. She gotta be like this.
No,
redoing the movie one.
She makes money from Universal Studios ticket sales. She gets a portion. So it's just like that's where she makes almost all her money. And they're making a new park in Universal for Harry Potter, like a new whole park in the.
I don't think that's where she makes all her money, though.
I mean, but it's just
at this point,
money is that's been there for the last almost 20 years, and so she's gotten a portion of every ticket sold for the last 20 years at Universal Studios.
God, dog.
Well, I would think that people buying the books because she did a reboot of all the books, didn't she?
Well, she just pretty much.
Like in perspective, Disney pretty much their entire company is based off of their 2 parks in America. Like, they make money off of movies, but their lifeline is them parks. So,
well, I mean, they got some overseas too.
Yeah, they have overseas parks too, but that's where they make that's where all of Disney money pretty much comes in.
Oh yeah,
and not the movies.
It's really them parks, bro. Yeah,
like,
bro, they make so much money.
Good, burst income, $1 billion in your pocket all of a sudden. Yeah. But after the parks are built and when you pay off all their debts and stuff, it's just you're just raking in money at that point. It's literally
all profit.
It's
honestly, they was making. I would say, they were making so much money that at a certain point in Florida, the government actually let them kind of section off their own piece of land and kind of dictate their own laws within the park on the land.
Well, the land thing and the that was actually made before it's a long story before that, but it was made before Disney World was them having their own land to govern and stuff was made before Disney World was built. They worked all that stuff out beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
It was
yeah.
when Walt was still alive. Like that's how long ago they worked out that deal.
Man.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
I know
what can
too
you do
much.
when someone got that much money?
Honestly.
But all right. Well, that's enough of that. Before somebody be like, clap them, cancel them. No. But so in other news, we're gonna head to some anime news. We have the votes came in for the Naruto Top 99. Basically, this is I think all around the world voted for like the best character, and then the person who wins, the character that wins, they get their own spinoff mini series or whatever. So, as you can see, this is how many votes they have. People comments. I'm guessing this is the video, I guess, for this, and I'm gonna turn it down a little bit.
The poll. I think I just scroll up or down or something.
What, me?
Oh, okay, you're playing the video.
Yeah, I'm playing the video.
Number one, I greatly enjoyed. Number one was
Who is that?
I have no clue. That's what I was thinking. Well,
Ninja Cats?
Ninja Cats from when?
They got 1,300 votes.
It's a 17-man video.
I realized. Oh, that's crazy. I thought he'd be higher up there. I guess we don't got to
Bro, he did worse than Sakura. Bro, Monkey King Enma did worse than Sakura. All I say, them Sakura fans.
Hold on, wait. We'll get into that. Because I heard some stuff about it. Let's get into the top 20. I do want to top 20.
I say let's get to the top 10 just due to time.
Oh, wow. We got all the time in the world. What do you mean, bro? No,
I'll say probably 15. How about that?
No. Here's 20 to 11. They gonna show them all to. Oh, never mind. They're not. Bruh. Rock Lee was 20. That's crazy. Thought he'd be higher.
Yeah, I was saying, imagine a Rock Lee one. That's actually one of our favorite characters.
Doing him dirty till the very end.
Osiri? That's crazy.
He did worse than Sorcery? Wow.
That's crazy. I will have to agree. That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh, Neji. Yeah.
Dang,
that's crazy.
18th?
Wait, did he do worse than Hinata?
I don't know.
That's what I wanted to find out. He did
really?
Okay. I can kind of see that. I've heard the Data fan base before.
Oh, okay. I guess. Oh, okay. That's right.
Okay, I can see this one.
I thought he would have been higher. I thought he would have been higher. Not gonna lie. At least top 5.
I don't know how I feel about this one, boys.
I know all the little fangirls for Gara, bro. I thought he would be higher. I ain't gonna lie.
I thought he would too.
Thinking like he's looking kind of low. He did worse than the second Hokage. The first Hokage did. This guy's racist.
That's crazy.
Come on.
That's crazy, bro. Like Shikamaru, all right, that's fine. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's actually one of our favorite characters.
The second Hokage, I can't even get over that still.
That is a little crazy, though. That's a little crazy. Hey, respect.
Okay.
Respect.
He's 12. I think that's a pretty fair place for Jiraiya.
I wonder how they did the votes. Is it like you pick your top 10 and then
I think you choose like it has to be like 3 or
you choose 3.
Okay.
A lot of people
I don't know how I feel about this one.
A lot of people like him though, so it makes sense.
I like him too, but is he better than Jiraiya?
To some people, yeah. Obito, yeah. To some people, they like him more than Jiraiya.
Yeah.
He said, "Eh." I mean, I don't, but you know.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Number 10. I thought she was gonna be. Yeah, number 10. That sounds right.
I mean, but
Madara over Hashirama, bro. That's crazy.
He's in the top 10. That's all that matters.
Well, I was surprised he wasn't higher because I know he's one of the major villains. So
yeah,
but we got some top tier contenders in the top place besides one of. Okay, I thought
this was crazy right here. See,
I might need some
Sasuke anywhere
copium.
but top 5. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I might need some copium on that one. What?
Like Kakashi's dad?
His
No.
dad?
His dad? I was like,
Bro,
over
this is
Hinata?
just-
Over
I don't even know
Sasuke?
his name. Then they showed it on screen. I forgot it.
And then this is the crazy. Hold on, I'm pausing this one. This is the craziest part. Naruto's number 6.
I can understand why Naruto's number 6, but like
No,
not number 6.
Naruto
I
in
mean,
top
like he should be
5.
number 5 at least.
Naruto top 5, bro. Sasuke
Yeah, that's
Naruto
what
should
I'm
have been
saying.
top
Like, he
5.
should be in the top 5. Bro, Kakashi's dad got 7th place. Bro, what did
Kakashi's
he
dad
do
got
besides kill
7th
himself?
place, bro.
What did he do besides kill himself?
Talk to Kakashi.
For character development, he was a
final
character
four.
development character. Bro, Kakashi did better than Naruto.
That's crazy.
I know that I call him the retired protagonist, but like,
Yeah.
dang, bro.
Hey, so many people want to have sex with Kakashi. Nah, I swear.
Susui?
That's crazy to me.
Bro,
That's
these
crazy. over
Naruto fans
Kakashi.
are on something else. They are literally on something else.
That's crazy.
My man literally did nothing but die. That was his whole arc. He died.
Hold on. Here's the crazy, bruh. Here's the craziest part right here.
Bro, bots. Straight bots. That's all I gotta say.
Straight.
Yeah, number 3.
I need an accurate count of all real people who voted. Because
Crazy.
straight cap, bro. Nothing but cap. Okay,
Itachi makes
Itachi
it.
did as good as I thought he was going to do.
Like, especially if
You're telling me that Itachi is barely won over Sakura?
I know, right? Dang, that's a lot of votes.
Bro, you know, I understand that. Minato, if in my top 3 favorite characters, Minato definitely would be.
I just realized I keep forgetting.
I will
you call
vote
Minato
personally for
Minato.
him. But
Is it Minato?
I don't think of Minato higher than Naruto.
I think if under the pretense of that people were voting to see who should get a side like a side story, then it would make sense that people voted Minato like above a lot of other people.
Yeah, and they pretty much told Itachi's story, his whole story in the anime and the Great Ninja War arc.
Bruh.
So
Yeah, so
I don't want to see no more Itachi, no more Uchiha stuff. Like I'm
Right.
good. If you want to know what happened to Itachi, watch the last season of Naruto.
So here's the thing. So yeah, they'll get a one-shot manga coming soon for the winner. We could see. Oh wow, this is how so yeah, it was worldwide. So this is how different people in Japan voted. They voted Itachi, Kakashi,
Okay.
Sakura.
Crap. Straight cap. Straight cap. Go down. Cap. Straight cap.
Yo,
I call cap. Go.
Yo.
She got 3rd place in every
Oh
one.
my god.
Go down. Second. She's second to
Yo.
Minato.
Yo, hey, North America, bro. This is North America. Oh gosh. Yeah, number one.
First. What region is this?
That was Central and South America. Number
Straight
one, bro.
cap.
Number one, bro. She's actually in 4th place in Europe. That's crazy.
I don't know. That's underperforming in Europe.
Underperform.
Dang, they must have watched a different show.
They didn't really vote in the Middle East. Africa didn't really vote either.
They
So-
must have been watching a different show. I don't know what I was watching. What were you guys watching? I was watching Naruto.
Hey, when I saw that they was talking about some Ninja Cats was top was 99. I was like, bro, that's crazy. Anyways, oh wait, these are people below 99. So these are like 100 to whatever.
I mean, one person voted for them.
Oh wait, can I click all? I am on all. So they got. Oh yeah, I guess so. Some of these people I thought would be higher. So yeah, let's talk about it. Sakura being that high. So what I heard, I guess a rumor per se. I guess this is a video. You know how you see those videos on YouTube where like it's showing the course of votes, and then it's
Yeah.
showing like it's like one of those videos. But so apparently people are saying that the votes were rigged, and Sakura, like there was a lot of people, or there was somebody or a lot of people putting in random votes for Sakura. So that's why Sakura did so well.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
That's what I heard. So let me see if I can pull up something that describes this better. But let's talk about it. Do we think Sakura deserves a plaque?
Hell no. I don't know what these guys are. I'm saying bots, bro. Like you can say whatever, but there's no reason why Sakura got third place over Naruto. Like I don't know what anyone else, but if anything, people complained that she was underrepresented in the entire show. That they did her dirty, which they definitely did do. And I don't know. I can't even put this into words. Just like how just this literal, just straight unbelievable. Like I do not believe it.
I mean, me personally,
I'm gonna show this. Can I show a TikTok? I'm gonna show this TikTok. Let me show the TikTok.
I don't think they copyright strike TikToks. Well, we can't hear it.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear it?
No.
Dang. He would say, who voted for Sakura, essentially? And he was saying, like, in different servers and stuff, people never talk about Sakura. Y'all really can't hear it, though?
No. But it's just, I'll say, just Sakura, I do not believe it, and I think that someone rigged it. It's not because I hate Sakura. It's just that Sakura is not a good character in Naruto. They did her wrong, and there's no reason why she should be like. They had Kakashi's dad up on the thing, and Kakashi's dad literally did nothing but kill himself in the show, and talked to Kakashi that one time in the Naruto universe equivalent of heaven or the other world. Talk to him, and that's it. That's all we get of him.
Yeah, yep.
I think they must have clicked him on accident. Instead of Kakashi, they clicked Kakashi's dad.
Rigged. That's all I gotta say.
Oh no, I've seen jokes before, but I think that it might have been a troll. Of the entire world trolled at once.
You know what?
I can believe that.
See, here's the thing. There's no one that's gonna sit there and tell me, "Oh yeah, out of everybody in Naruto, I voted for Sakura." Out of everyone in Naruto, you voted for Sakura? What we doing? Sakura over Naruto? Over Sasuke? Over Kakashi? Crazy.
I mean, I'm glad Sasuke did as bad as he did, because I'll be honest with you, Sasuke 99% of Naruto was a hole.
I mean, but
he got the position that he deserved.
I get it. But Sasuke over all those people, though? I mean, Sakura over all those people? That's just crazy. Ain't nobody in the world like Sakura that much.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Wait, when was this? What year was this? I'm trying to see what year this was. This was from. Did it show me the year?
I just hope the Netflix adaptation can properly reflect these polls.
I see another one now, like another one from, I guess maybe this is from last year or something, but even last year, Minato was number 1, Itachi was number 2, Shisui was number 3 for some reason. People like Shisui a lot. Naruto was number 4, Kakashi was number 5, Sasuke was number 8 again, which is funny. Jiraiya was number 7, Madara was number 6. I'm reading this out of order, I know. Sakura was number 9 on this list. So you saying between this one and this poll right here and the one this year, it was that many more Sakura fans, even though she hasn't even been doing anything in Boruto at all.
What was her rank in the other one?
Here, I can show it. I can show it too. So I'm looking at this one. I don't know what year this one is, but whatever year this one was, this is so we have Minato is number 1, Itachi is number 2, Shisui is number 3, Naruto's 4.
Bro, I don't understand the Susuri stuff. Like,
people really like that character. I guess they want to see a side story.
I barely saw him. Like, I don't know what to say. I guess maybe in Itachi's backstory in the anime because he already has the entire backstory laid out.
Yeah.
Susuri was probably a very prominent character in that, but I didn't watch it.
Bruh. But yeah, so even in this one, she's number 9, and it's like, okay,
that's more believable.
Yeah, I'll say that's a little bit more believable, I guess, over most of the other characters in Naruto. I mean, I guess whatever. What is this? Oh, the Jutsu's that's funny. Shadoko Jutsu's number 1. Anyways, so yeah, even in that, she's in 9th place, so she jumped all the way to 3. Like, come on now. What? Actually, you better get. What would be your top 10 characters right now? Go. Let's not all speak at once.
List based off of who I wanted a one shot from, it would go Minato. Even though I know Itachi's backstory was pretty much in the anime, I would go Itachi. If I was a manga person, I would want in a manga form. Yeah. After that, it would go Jiraiya.
Okay.
They did my boy Jiraiya dirty. He should have had more fights than just one real actual fight. After Jiraiya, Kakashi, then Naruto. Keep scrolling down the list. I just need a reminder of the characters. I don't even know why he's here. Sasuke will be number 7. So Madara is number 6. And then Hinata number 9 or number 8. Obito number 9. Then number 10 would be like the first Hokage.
Okay. I see.
That'll be my top 10.
So wait, can we say like any character?
Yeah, let's just go off of the pretext of this one of your favorite character will get a one shot, just like all these people.
Yeah, top 10.
Dang, because I got some characters that ain't on this list.
What character ain't on this list who you want to see a one shot of?
Well, I was about to say third Hokage.
Okay.
And, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I would love to see a one shot.
Hey, that's base.
But if you think about it, the third Hokage would be a very prominent character in Minato's story. In Minato.
Fair enough.
I'm pronouncing this wrong. Minato's story.
It's okay. I was gonna let you rock with it.
Oh yeah.
We saying it wrong. No,
well, and another one, I would say. Well, I guess to do the list. So my first, in terms of the backstory, I would want to see as a one shot. I would say it's kind of like a battle, and this is my personal preference. I'm not as cultured as you guys in terms of the Naruto universe, but I would say it's a battle between Madara and Zabuza. But the problem is I'm having a hard time choosing. I would say, or actually no, I might say Orochimaru.
No, you spent a lot of good options. I go cap.
Yeah, bro.
Well,
all I'm saying about Zabuza is Zabuza's entire story is Boruto. So if you want to see a one shot of that, just watch Boruto.
Yeah, I will kind of agree with that. That and they kind of went into his backstory in that show too. Like, the Minato story, they like scratched the surface of it. Like his story, I want to see why he's a run-on-site ninja. You know what I'm saying? How we get from him just teleporting around to like if you see him, you're already dead. Like if you make it back, fair enough.
And we'll put a red circle around this area and say we can't go there.
That's crazy.
I mean, I guess for me, and I know it's gonna sound a little cliche, but like I would want to see maybe like a major villain's backstory, like as a one shot. But yeah, I would say Minato would be up there, probably like second, and then third would probably I guess the third would be the third Hokage. The fourth, I would say, probably Rock Lee for me personally. Oh no. Well, yeah. The fourth would be Rock Lee. The fifth would probably be, I guess Naruto. I would say, and the sixth would probably be Sasuke. I know number 10 is probably Sakura, or number 11.
Crazy.
The
Crazy
seven.
that high. No, it's like,
I mean, I would say, even though look, I know there's a lot of bot influence here. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 99.9% sure that some of those votes were skewed. But I mean, I would say people kind of like Sakura because I mean, she is one of the major characters, especially like throughout the older shows and the newer ones. So I can maybe see her being high on the list.
all I remember is her trying to say, "Yeah, Naruto, I like you, bruh. Forget Sasuke." Yeah, bro.
Stop bringing up her bad moments, okay? She has a lot of those.
Oh yeah. I would say, but I guess to finish, number 7, I would say, you know that one guy, what's his name? Killer B?
Yeah.
I might play some higher though. Now I might make him number 6.
Bruh.
Actually, okay, let me change stuff
My
around.
man's
So I would
going
say
off the deep end, bro. He says, "You remember this character that didn't even make the top 20? Dang, bro, he's in my top 5."
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was
Clear
just
B
about
in
to say, I
there.
yeah,
Let's do
I
top
might
5.
change.
Top 5, my bad. Because
I was. I'm gonna probably make him 5, and then Sasuke 6, and then Naruto 7, and then for number 8, I would say probably Jiraiya. I would say. Oh no. Number 8 would probably be Kakashi, and then number 9 probably Jiraiya, and then 10 Sakura.
crazy. Sakura wouldn't be on the top 10 list at all. No,
Yeah, I might trade her for
Yeah. What about you,
someone.
Ninja? What's going on?
So right off the bat, first spot gonna be the first Hokage. Second spot gonna be Minato because I do feel like there's a story that be told if they're gonna start from like the beginning of his story. Then yeah, that's pretty good. I think that would be a good thing to go ahead.
I would say real quick. Can I might change the numbers 10 spot to like Lady Tsunade.
Bruh.
Nah, she don't deserve no one shot.
Dang, really?
I mean,
We're going to hear about her. We've seen her backstory in like 5 ways across the town. Like,
wow.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Bruh. But yeah, number 1, first Hokage. Number 2, will be Minato. Number 3 will probably be third Hokage. Number 4 will probably be look at this list. Number 4 will probably be Kakashi. Number 5 would probably be Sicily, probably, because why not? Number 6 would probably be Jiraiya. 7 would probably be the second Hokage. 8th would probably be Might Guy. 9 will probably be this is harder than it looks. No, so that would be Obito, and then number 10 will be Madara. Let's go with that because the reason for my list is just like who would I rather see a backstory on out of all the characters in Naruto if we're going based off of the one shot manga concept, and I feel like Hashirama, the first Hokage, would be a nice one shot manga to have a manga on, especially you hear a lot about him, but it's not too much backstory on him. Just a little pieces here and there that you get in Naruto itself. And then like same goes for like Minato. You hear a lot about him. You hear a lot more about him than you do Hashirama, but at the same time, there's still a lot they could cover for Minato as well in a one-shot manga. So those are the reason why I place those so high. Place those two so high.
I can see that. Yeah.
You know,
The reason. Go ahead.
in Naruto, they do go over the first Hokage story, but there are certainly a lot of gaps in it.
Yeah,
Like, I'm thinking, especially for his manga, you can have like a Magi Adventures of Sinbad type of story of how he built the Leaf Village and how he got everyone to cooperate.
that talk about his sales because everybody and their mama was using his sales toward the end.
It was back in the day, so I'm not sure you can say that they knew a lot about how his cells worked.
I mean, I don't know. They said this man can regenerate from anything without even using seals or anything. He's just healing. That's why they're using his cells today, to this day. So it's like, I want to see that. I want to see what they're talking about because that doesn't even make any sense to me.
I don't think they're going to explain it, bro.
They got to. Why not?
I think they just like explaining everything via his cells, and they don't like explaining how it works.
It's just crazy to me. Like, oh yeah, I have Hashirama cells in me. So I can, like, bruh, come on now. Or like Yamato, he has like the Hashirama cells in him, so that's why he can use wood style and all that stuff. Because he's like, well, I won't say he's a clone of him, essentially, but it's just like, this man's cells are like, I don't know, they're godly, I guess, at this point. Like, they can be used for anything.
I think Naruto uses his cells too at this point.
Yeah, yep, exactly, for his arms and stuff, or his arm, because, they blew off each other's arm, him and Sasuke, or whatever, blah, blah. But it's like, the answer, Hashirama cells, that's it. That's the answer.
I have a question. My character just lost his arm, Hashirama cells.
Exactly.
His leg, Hashirama.
Madara, I got Hashirama face on my chest, Hashirama cell. That's how I came back to life. No, yeah, so everything is just explained by Hashirama cells. I want to see why his cells are so important, essentially. So that's why he's number one. Because I feel like they could cover more, like, backstory as he was a kid, and like you said, how he built the village, different stuff like that. And you can see the different other villages that was around that time as well. And then, what's so special about his cells? How did he acquire godly cells? They could put that in there somehow too. Because if they explain that a little bit, that would explain a lot more plot holes in Naruto itself towards the end, essentially. So if they explain it
at this point, I think that they are done with Naruto and they're all focused on Boruto and trying to get it to work.
Hey, they get it to work a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna cap. Y'all can sit there and hate if y'all want to hate, but Boruto, pretty decent. It's pretty decent. But yeah, so that's that. Was there anything else we want to talk about? Any quick topics?
Well, I know we would have to talk about Redfall.
Yeah, that's right. Glad you brought that up. Look, this is why I have you guys with me, so I can remember. So, and I think that's actually that. Then we'll probably do I'll do a segment to where we just do some rapid fire stuff. But so Redfall. I don't know much about this game. I ain't gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what type of game this is.
Well, I mean, I think it's like one of the is it like an FPS?
I'm thinking that it's something similar to like Left 4 Dead.
Oh,
well, Left 4 Dead. Oh, okay.
Left 4 Dead, a little bit of like the Fortnite save, like the Fortnite. Was it the PvE version of Fortnite?
Oh, I see.
The original Fortnite type of feel. That's what I was getting from looking at it. But what I was trying to get from looking at it, because IGN showed the worst gameplay I've ever seen in my life.
Bruh. Yeah. I heard it was gonna be running off of some bad graphics or something like that too, or something.
It's
like 30 FPS,
30 frames per second.
Yeah,
I don't think it's in 4K either. So I mean, I'm not at the end of the world. Like, your resolution and stuff needs to be like this. But if I have the most like a $2,000 PC, and you're telling me that I need to be looking like a peasant, okay, that's when I would say something. But most people don't have $2,000 PCs, so it doesn't really affect us much. I have a PS5, so I would want it to run at 60 frames per second. But
Bethesda,
it's made by Bethesda. So let's
already
show
know
off this.
yeah.
This is the IGN gameplay.
I guess so.
Okay, let's just have that boy rolling.
Look at this.
well, yeah, I was about to say because I know one complaint I really heard about it, like with the video I watched, it was basically talking about how like 30 FPS might kind of mess with people's gameplay because you kind of need 60 FPS if you want to really like have a good gun gameplay, especially if you want to make sure like your shots are connected with the enemy and stuff like that, and if it's kind of lagging a little, you might miss some shots.
The trailer. Go to I guess this is showing the game. I'll say let's just keep going with this. Yeah, the game, like when you look at it from this perspective, like when someone actually you have someone there and knowing how to play the game and aim guns correctly, the game looks very like interesting.
Is it like a zombie game?
It's vampires, not zombies. Vampires.
It's something.
Yeah, it's like look at the feel and you walk. Okay, the character creations has different. Yeah, so it's like what was that? What was that one game that me and you played? Sage. The zombie game that the thing just closed down.
Back for Blood. They closed down.
Blood. Yeah, so it's a little like it's a Back for Blood type of feel.
Wait, they closed Back for Blood down?
Yeah, the online servers of it's going to get shut down soon. I don't know if it's closed right now, but it was confirmed.
Oh wow!
What? Is it because it did bad or something?
It's going the same way of like multiverses, where they just didn't have enough people online, so they just closed it down. Like the dodgeball game that we played was closing down its servers. The wrestling, it all happened at the same time when multiverses was closed. Like all the live service games. That was like a month ago.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, now we're not actually showing off.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a gameplay video, but it's not showing off anything. Oh, dang! Wow. So they supposed to have telekinesis
cool abilities. They have some pretty cool like vampire variations. Look, pull up a wall of darkness. This is looking cool. And then IGN, when they've had it on their gameplay, it's hard to tell what's even happening. They had to cut every 5 seconds. They had the person playing the game could barely aim straight. He ran from every engagement and was like camping corners and stuff. And they were chopping up the gameplay like you were chopping up a dead fish. Like
I ain't gonna lie to you. Looking at this, I'm over here like, what in the world is even going on in this gameplay?
Well, they're taking it very slow right now. They're making it seem like it's a horror game. They're just not doing a good job representing the moment gameplay. They're just showing off the environment right now, and the game is simply not like that. Maybe the single player store or the story mode will be like this, but like the actual moment by moment gameplay does not look anything like this.
Yeah, that looked like a bunch of mess when he was fighting. Ooh.
Oh, that was me. I would have screamed right there.
So a little bit of jump scare. He taking a lot of bullets.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
what was the point of going in that house?
Ways to loot out.
Bruh.
I've seen enough. I'm not sure about you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm looking.
They're not doing a good job showing off this game right now, and Bethesda hasn't put out. So they've been bought by Microsoft. They haven't been doing that great of a job with their games.
Yeah,
and they need a banger after Fallout 76. Play everyone. I guess they made Deathloop, right? Deathloop was a good game. But,
yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Other than that, I don't think that they've had any bangers recently.
They said this is a gameplay trailer. It's a gameplay.
They're barely showing gameplay in the gameplay trailer.
That's what I'm
They were
saying.
walking around shooting like this is a walking simulator.
Hey, he shot that man once with the pistol. He didn't even headshot him.
Yeah, I've seen enough. Redfall is looking like they need to show off their game better, and it's just they don't do a good job of it.
Yeah, that game looked like a trash. I ain't getting it.
Also, some other. I'm not sure if you guys want to swap news right now, but
I mean, I'm cool with it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty
Diablo
sure
4 is about to drop soon, and I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm going to be playing that game.
When does it come out?
I forget. It's like May, I think, like the end of May.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm most definitely gonna probably pick it up. I heard some pretty good things about it. So
June.
Wait,
6th,
sorry, what's the game again?
Diablo 4.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I heard some good things about it. So that's a.
I have a few rapid fire news too.
Go for it.
So the first one is the Netflix live action One Piece has the test audience, according to rumors, said that the test audience hates the show and the CG looks terrible, and it's going to be exactly what all the Netflix anime live adaptation memes are, more fuel to the fire.
Okay, I wasn't probably gonna watch it then, but now I'm most definitely not gonna watch it now.
I mean, I already wasn't going to watch it. I haven't supported any of the live action Netflix stuff, and One Piece isn't going to be the first. I don't even watch the One Piece anime as is. Like, I'm up to date on it, but I'm not going. You're not going to see me watching 1,000 episodes.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, you get the people who are like, really fans of it be like, oh, you should watch it though, all the episodes, because it's actually good. And I'm like, honestly, I mean, look, it might be good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they fleshed out every single character in the universe to have that many episodes, but
yeah, I'll say when I was watching it like religiously when it first came out, it was pretty good to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to get back into it, but it's just like when it had its hiatus, whatever year that was. This is back when it was like on episode 200 and something.
Yeah,
like that was the new episode that was coming out. They had a hiatus or something. It fell off of Toonami. So I just thought they canceled the show or they didn't come out with any more episodes, not knowing that they were actually continuing each week until they got to 1,000. Now since 1,000 is like, wow, that's a lot of episodes to watch of something.
that is, yeah.
But if you ask me, I rewatched regular Naruto, part 1 Naruto, at least 8 times.
Yeah, I can believe it. Honestly, regular Naruto is kind of goated though. I can see that.
Yeah, it's goated. They did a good job with that. Anything you want to say, Vash, about One Piece?
I pretty much said it's going to be a dumpster fire, and it's going to get memed out. I just need to know what scene and when.
I got you. I do have one thing, and Mount Fables, you're probably gonna be the major talking point in this one. So there was an art competition that was recently held, and the winner of that art competition, not art competition, it was a photography competition. Yeah. And the person who won did an AI generated photo and submitted that. And I think he said his reasoning behind it was that he wanted to just test out the AI stuff and show how good it was or something like that. So he didn't accept the prize or anything like that as well. He just wanted to show off, essentially. But,
well, yeah, no, I admit, yeah, no, it was me. I just wanted to show off for real. Like, I wasn't really even trying to win because I knew I was already going to win. But, but no, so, okay. I mean, I guess if you want to get my take on it, well, first off, I don't know how he or she won. Because I was going to say, I'm looking at the photo. It doesn't really look like anything too spectacular. It's literally just a black and white photo of 2 women.
You don't understand the nuance of photography, okay? You're an artist, not a photographer.
Well, I'm going to assume that was sarcasm.
That was sarcasm.
Because I don't know. I was just looking at it. I was like, I mean, even like from a photography standpoint, like I was like, I mean, okay, it's one person behind the other. I mean, okay.
Now the one I sent in our chat, I don't know if that was the same one. Because here's another one. I found another article.
Oh,
here, let me bring up my stream.
Oh,
here's another one.
I heard about this story before. Yeah, this is a long time ago.
So this one, okay, so this is a long time ago. Okay, so this one is an AI generated picture, so art piece that someone made through AI and then won.
Wait, was it 2 competitions or just one?
So this is a different one, but this is like art. The other one was photography. Let me see.
Yeah, I would say this one I kind of heard about. I mean, honestly, what's funny is that was during like the early stages of like AI generated art. So, yeah, no, that's actually interesting. That was actually before. I want to say that might have been kind of before the controversy for the most part.
I think so too. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, for the photography one, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll say to conclude my opinion. For the most part, I mean, AI, look, it's here to stay. I mean, I know a lot of people are kind of angry about it, and I see a lot of arguments online. And let me just say,
oh, here you go. I found it.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't see the full photo. I guess so. There's hands on the shoulders and another hand.
This look like it's AI generated though. How did it win?
I see some better AI works, honestly, though. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah,
look like AI generated though.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
Views are good, and that's pretty much all that matters.
Well, yeah. I mean, it looks real. It's just the only thing that doesn't make sense is mainly when you see the hand on the chest. Like it's like, well, where's that hand coming from? Like,
it's from another person's hand too.
Well, yeah.
This whole section right here, like, here's her hand.
Look at the pinky. The pinky looks like it's like a broken pinky.
Yeah, like look at her hand right here. But then look at this hand in particular. Like, is that coming from her, or where is that coming from?
Oh yeah, because
you're right. The angle's off.
And then like this one, like you said, this hand, I don't know where this hand come from either. Like it don't look like it's coming from her. I don't know. Anyway, this one. So which means whoever else was in this competition submitted trash.
Yeah, I'm about to say like I mean, look, I don't know. I want to say, I mean, AI art is pretty good though. Like I know a lot of people like kind of hate on it, but no, it's here to stay, and the tool is pretty strong. Like if you were to look at my Instagram page, shameless plug, but yeah, I mean, I would say like the way I use it, I try to use it as a tool rather than a product. So I try to like use it, along with my artistic skills. And honestly, as I said, I mean, the synergy between human and robot, like you can, really become a wizard with like, art illustration in a short amount of time too. So I'm surprised not more artists use it, but it's very unfortunate. I hate to say it, there's a lot of controversy around it. I don't want to get too much into it because, man, like the arguments people bring up online it might make you mad. Because you might lose faith in people when you hear their arguments against this.
Now, what you mean by that?
Well, I guess to sum it up, I don't know. It's just, I guess the most heartbreaking part is that I feel like more people, like the conversation gets kind of philosophical in a way when it comes to like what is art and like how does a human learn how to do art? And I think the answer to that question is very uncomfortable for a lot of people because they kind of don't like AI because they don't like AI for, looking at a whole bunch of references and just copying those references. But what people don't realize is that's literally what you do as well. It's like a direct reflection of the human experience. But I guess in a way, we kind of want to think we're special as people, like what we have, like our consciousness and like the way we learn and how we interpret the existence is kind of unique in a way, when in reality, I hate to say it, it's not really that unique. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I wish more people kind of embraced it as a tool because I think it could really help people. I mean, I would say it's especially helping me. Like, man, look, I'm a decent artist, but I'm pretty slow with my artwork in terms of making it. Like, I'm still working on my other poster, but
Man, I still have projects of my own that I can't even like work on until I graduate. And
Oh
it's the
yeah.
worst.
Yeah, no, but I just wish more people would use it because I think it would kind of really help them with their work and their ideas that they want to see come to life.
I get it. I get it. I do think that the AI generated stuff, like I guess in terms of like a competition, if we're talking about, oh, this is a competition for people who take photography, why is there an AI generated photograph winning something like that per se?
Well,
Or
fair
like,
enough.
yeah, because it's like that's not, it's not really showing off photography style skill. It's like if somebody were to be like, uh, write a story and then you had an AI write the whole story. The story didn't come from you; it came from the AI.
Right? Yeah.
You're making it your own and whatnot. So it's just like,
Well,
like
We have to go back through it though. We certainly have to go back through and edit if it's an entire story. AI
oh yeah,
generated. There's
yeah,
no
yeah,
way
for
we're
sure.
but
going to get it right.
yeah, but then think about it. You still, the AI still did 90% of the work. You just got to proofread it.
Well, I think a thing that might be kind of analogous to the situation might be like if you're in a cooking competition and you bring a dish that someone else cooked, or you bring a dish that you got from a restaurant and just
Yeah, it
brought
was
it to the
already cooked.
competition. Yeah, and then they tried to, oh, it's the best food in the world, and it's like, oh, that's yeah, I didn't cook it.
I know.
Like I just basically told the server what food I wanted them to make for me, and because I get what you're saying, it's basically an exhibition of your skill.
Yeah,
Like it's not really like, don't get me wrong. Like if you're talking about the actual product itself, I say it's identical. Like they're both photos, so it
yeah,
doesn't really matter. But if you're talking about like this competition is based on the skill, so yeah, based on that, then I would say that's kind of bad to do.
yeah. And I think that's what most people, that not most people, people who argue about the art aspect of AI, especially when like is winning competitions and stuff, is that some people take their time and effort to actually draw out stuff versus someone who just generated uh a picture or something to win.
Well, I mean, I would say a good connection to this whole, I guess, craze is it's kind of like it's really just the advancement of technology in general. Like you could argue the same thing with weapons, right? So like back in the day, you used to fight it with swords and bronze swords, iron swords, steel swords, and then someone just came with a piece, just with a flintlock and just blasted people. It's like, wait, hold on, what the heck is this?
You trained your entire life? Wow. Let me hand this to a farmer. Bang.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, it's just really truly it's the efficiency that people kind of don't like. It's just the new, like, it's a new transition of industry, I would say.
Yeah, yeah, because I feel like a lot more companies and a lot more people are going to start doing this AI generated related stuff, because it is easier to just AI generate something real quick, um, and make it look nice and whatnot too, to where you don't have to wait for somebody to draw you something for X amount of time when someone can generate it for you, in one day.
Oh yeah, and it's real quick too. Yeah, like me personally, like I get stuff done. Like I would say if I'm really doing something intricate, it might take about probably like maybe 3 to 7 days, I would say, depending on
Yeah,
how much time I had to work on it. But yeah, no, if I just want to get something good, period, like yeah, I could just do that in a day or a few moments.
yeah. Versus like some artists. So like essentially, so what I'm saying is for companies and stuff, this is probably going to be the wave of the future because
Mhm.
they can get graphics, they can get different art pieces, they can get whatever they want by just generating it through an AI, and this they don't have to rely on somebody to draw them something and them take it forever. Like this stuff can be done on the spot, so they
Yeah.
don't have to worry about how much time it takes. They want a new graphic today for this advertisement, they can have it today for this advertisement. They want a graphic for this thing, they can have it today for this thing. So it just makes it streamlined, makes it very easy to just make something refreshing, make something new, make something look good. Um, Versus someone drawing it out for you and them taking it, them taking forever to do it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I would say oh yeah, yeah, especially for concept art and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
the main thing I would say is that in a way you could say that this whole I guess new piece of technology that came out, it kind of makes a dividing line between which person actually cares about their idea or the end product, and then which person actually cares about the drawing process.
Yeah.
Or the, I guess, process of taking photos. Like which one actually loves the craft and which one actually loves the outcome that the crafts get them to.
Yep, exactly. So all in all, I feel like artists, they're upset, but somewhat in good reason. Just because if you look at it from like an economic standpoint as well, since the AI generated stuff is pretty good, what's the whole point of going to an artist when you could just have someone AI generate you something that could be 10 times better? So,
well, I'll say to, I guess, counter. I mean, as I said, not into a whole like debate, but I think mainly it's kind of analogous to like well, honestly, I would say the best analogy would probably be the horse and buggy versus the car. I mean, like, most people use cars, but that doesn't mean like people don't use horses anymore. It's just a luxury now. Like that shows you how rich you are if you can, have a horse and you can ride the traditional way, and you won't have to worry about getting into accidents really, unless you, I don't know, get behind the horse and tickle his leg. But I mean, yeah, you won't get into like a horse accident, like horse crash. But yeah, no. Yeah, honestly. Oh, sorry. To conclude, I would say that it would kind of enhance the artist's ability to make money. Like they might see. I think what would happen is if they were to do commissions, for example, they probably won't be able to charge like $1,000 per commission. They'll probably charge like maybe 50, 100 per commission, because they're getting it done quicker and they're putting out more supply. So it's easier for them, but at the same time, they would have to put out more supply to kind of get the same amount of money that they would make if they were to do it the traditional way.
I get you, yeah. Because I was about to say too. So what you're saying, basically what you're saying is, and I agree with this, that you're saying later down the line, just like a horse will be a luxury, artists, photographers, and stuff like that, all of those people will probably be more of a luxury later down the line versus when the AI stuff become bigger. Because
oh, go ahead. Well, sorry, no. I was gonna say that, and also it would actually enhance their careers. Like we would have more artists in the market because of the AI stuff.
I don't really necessarily agree with that, because if you're more efficient, it's like if you have more efficient workers, you don't need more workers.
Wait, well, I will say to your point, there is a lot of supply in terms of art, like and design, like. Because I mean, it's basically just human expression. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to really. That's why you have a lot of starving artists out there. Like, because I mean, it's like, everybody can be creative. It's like probably like the last skill or trade that humans will get into once a lot of jobs get replaced by automation.
It's like a good example is like when when the machines were first put into the automobile industry, where you still need people, and like you still need people to do specific jobs, but you don't need as many people because the machines do most of like the grunt work, but you still need people to maintain the machines, to maintain quality of products, do specific tasks, where it's like it's going to be more specialized positions, but you don't need as many positions.
Well, I was about to say, to I guess kind of bolster my argument, it's kind of like with the bank tellers and the ATM. Like people thought ATMs were going to replace bank tellers, but actually more bank tellers are actually hired to actually handle those ATMs.
Yeah.
So I think it will be more in that direction, because in a way it's actually no, I might see what Vosh is saying, mainly because if it's like the AI generated art is actually pretty good. Like a lot of people try to make fun of it, but no, it's actually pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, so, I'm not saying that it's going to completely replace it. It's just more like with AI art, it leaves less room. It's more of you want people who can not only work with the AI art generator, but people who can do good ideas with the AI art, people who can edit the arts well, the art generated, people who can work with it more than people who can just create things from scratch and aren't good at deadlines or need more time. Because at the end of the day, it's probably more like, unless they're doing like a complete redesign of a character or something like that, for like logos or concepts art or like or hand or flyers, you don't need to start from scratch every time. That's like AI can manage stuff like that. But
I think
yeah.
Well, I was about to say I guess two things. Then I don't know, maybe we could wrap her up or something. But to what you're saying, I would say it would be kind of be like when people used to like, you know, till the land and you know, kind of harvest crops and stuff versus like, you know, the whole tractor and like the machines that harvest the crops like in mass. It's kind of like that, where the technology is kind of like when a nuclear bomb was made. Like that's probably one of the ultimate weapons humans made. And I think in this industry, in the art industry, AI generated art is probably like the nuclear bomb of this industry, where it's like that's kind of like almost the final frontier in terms of like how to make art or illustrations in general. Well, in terms of like tools. So yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
But honestly, I don't think how we can get better than AI generated art. At that point, just I don't know, make a machine that just take your thought and just refine it. But I mean, honestly, that's basically what the AI art is doing. So
yeah. I guess. Yeah, so I guess our conclusion is that you're saying that the AI generated stuff won't replace humans per se, but it should I guess you say be a tool, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like a big tool, yeah. And the main thing is kind of what Vash was saying. The skill will kind of change. So since the AI is doing most of the grunt work, what will happen is people will have to kind of specialize in other stuff alongside with the AI. So it wouldn't just be, hey, can you draw good? It would be like, hey, can you come up with a good idea with this and work with the AI and kind of fix up certain things that's, you know, wrong with the AI to make this good idea.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. It kind of like I guess another analogy, like Walmart when you had like the self checkout versus like the, you know, the people who check you out for you.
Yeah. Well, but then too with that, it's like when you have a certain amount of items, you have to go to. You can't go to self checkout. So.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so there is going to be some things you can only really go to an artist for. Yeah, like the idea or like the like if you want a certain art style, because the AI is not. It's okay with replicating people's art styles, but it's not perfect. So you at the end of the day, you kind of do still have to go to the original person to get their thoughts and their decision making when it comes to making the art. So
okay, that's what you're saying. Okay. So there's still hope for you artists out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, as I said, I don't feel threatened at all. I mean, and as I said, like traditional artists, like just think about it. We have digital art. Digital art was like a revolution in the art world. Like, you know, just like the undo button by itself. Like back when, if you're a traditional artist, you got to erase like all the art that you messed up on. Versus digital art, you could just press the undo button, which is real quick. But like, you know, we still have traditional artists that makes traditional art. And it's still valuable in a sense. Like, you know, it's funny. I guess I didn't know we was gonna talk about this long, but real quick, there was an example I saw on Facebook where it was this guy. He was making like semi-realistic artwork from like people's portrait as a reference, and he was using literally a blowtorch on wood to create these portraits. And like the portraits look hyper realistic, and they had like, you know, shading, halftones, values, like all of that. Like even like the individual like texture of the skin, like on their face. Like you could even see it with him doing a blowtorch, and I'm still amazed how he's able to do that. So yeah, no, stuff like that. It's like I mean, I would say like in that case, it's more about the experience and the skill versus the actual outcome.
Yeah, I think I saw what you're talking about too. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I guess so. Because I was going to say something, but I actually forgot because I'm old. But yeah, because wow, never mind. We've been here for 2 hours.
Well, I guess to sum it up, so I've had a working theory when it comes to well, just life in general, but I guess the art industry in particular. Like so I think there's 3 camps, right? There's the there's art through experience, art through emotions, and art through logic, right? So art through experience is more like the actual skill that it takes to make the artwork. So you'll find a lot of like traditional artists, people who paint, people who use a blowtorch on wood, people who carve out stone, people like that who knows the skill enough to actually do it, by themselves, like within their thoughts and with the tools they have. They don't even need that many tools, honestly. They can use the minimal amount of tools and make some good artwork. And then you have the people who are primarily emotional artists. These people, they typically their artwork is very abstract and they might not understand fundamentals very well, but really truly they have a message behind what they do. Or they might understand fundamentals, but art fundamentals, but really truly they have a story when it comes to their artwork. You'll notice this with a lot of like surreal artists. There was a whole surreal movement like back in the day, like in the, I want to say early 2000s or 90s, like with Andy Warhol, like Picasso, like people like that, where they made certain artwork that didn't really look appealing, but they had a whole story behind it that made it appealing. So it was meant to tug at people's heartstrings or kind of like make them feel a certain way. And then the logical artist, the last one, is the people who care about the outcome more than the process or the emotion. I would say I kind of fall into this camp, but the outcome is mainly what illustrators kind of fall into when it comes to technical work. Like when they care about the actual, like you'll notice a lot of graphic design, Photoshop, illustration. Those people kind of fall into that category where they trying to make something look like something in their head. They only care about the outcome versus like how it got there.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Oh, that's what I was going to actually say. What you said makes sense. I remember. I'm not gonna take too long for this, so we can get up out of here. But I was gonna say, towards the thing of graphic design, I do remember back when people starting to get into that, and people was like, "Oh yeah, it makes it so much easier to do your art. You don't need like pencil, paper, and all that stuff. You can just do it right on the computer or right on your tablet or whatever."
I mean, I just think that's like photography but on steroids, and even photography was kind of replacing art at one point.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of things that came and gone. Well, not gone, but they came and stayed. That was replacing like the basic form of art, but art still, is still there. So I get what you're saying. The AI is not going to replace artists. It's going to be another one of those stepping stones to where you could do this as art, or you could just do regular art.
Basically, another medium, I would say.
Another medium. So.
Well, and I guess to sum it all up, really, truly, as I said, when it gets philosophical, it's like, I mean, just look around you. Everything is art. Even reality is art. Like, like everything, the whole experience of existence in general, and like how it is expressed, like the fine line between reality and imagination. There's two sides of the same coin. It's all just experience. It's all just a happening. Like, so in a way, everything is art, I would say.
I get you. Yeah. All right. That's from our local residential AI artist. Is that
yeah? Well, yeah. I would say that's. I mean, I'm sure they could tell from my profile picture, maybe or maybe not.
No, you drew that, bro.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I know. I drew it. So yeah.
You drew that black man. Strong.
That's a mental image of himself.
That's how they look in real life, guys. But all right, I think we accomplished what we wanted to do today. We talked about a couple things. Anybody? Well, let's start with my Fables first, since you went last time. You're going to go first in your outro.
I mean, as I said from the beginning, there's nothing too special about me. If you're interested in art and storytelling, a little bit of philosophy. Now I'm a little bit slow with my putting out my work. I would say mainly because I care about quality, and second because I'm slightly lazy. But yeah, I mean, that's some stuff I kind of want to get into, is like talking about a little bit of how the world works, science, philosophy, psychology, like just like the human experience, I would say, is something that's very valuable to learn. So if you're interested in stuff like that, that I will put out soon, you can follow me at Mount Fables on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube soon. But I would say mainly Instagram. Instagram is kind of like my home for a lot of my stuff. And also, if you want to check out my AI generated artwork that I kept on a separate page because I didn't want to upset anybody, you can check me out. You can check me out at Art Wishing Well. That's my second Instagram account where I post most of my compositional work with AI and stuff like that.
You said not to break anyone's hearts. All right, Vash, what you got to say?
So, we're just out here on this podcast. I'm not sure how many times Fables will be here, but I will probably be one of the mainstays out there. My videos and stuff are mostly Yu-Gi-Oh at the moment, but I graduate in 2 weeks, so I can finally have time to start doing other things besides Yu-Gi-Oh.
Hey, Diablo 4 though. Diablo 4.
Diablo 4 will come out. I'll have time to actually put in some mad hours in there. Probably will be streaming it with my other games. But right now we're just in a weird transitional period, and I hope that you can come along on the ride.
All right. That sounds delightful. So go ahead and thank you guys for coming out, watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. We have a goal to get to 1,000. Each one of these guys have a goal to get to 1,000 because we all going to be the Thousandaire Club at some point. So get us there.
Well, yeah, I would say 1,000 is a pretty good base for an audience. I mean, that's a lot of people in itself, so I'd be thankful for that.
Yeah, go run up DrVaash channel on YouTube. Get him to 1,000. Get me to 1,000. Get Mount Fables.
I just 150.
No, he wants 1,000. Don't listen to him. we dream big out here. But yeah, enjoy the rest of y'all night.
Bye, guys.
See ya.